The movie begins a few years ago in Galador, as we see airships firing at cities and buildings, as Shi'ar soldiers come in and start firing at the civilians of Galador until Javelin, voiced by Peter Cullen, shoots down a few Shi'ar soldiers. He then looks at Unam the Unseen, voiced by Jeremy Jordan, who has taken out a few soldiers. Javelin, they've broken through the barriers, and I've lost contact with the capital. Unam and Javelin take down a Shi'ar robot and look to see a Galadorian named Breaker, voiced by Sean Schemmel, fighting off more Shi'ar soldiers. There's too many of them! Breaker then goes berserk and tears through some Shi'ar ships. We then see a female Galadorian named Icon, voiced by Elizabeth Maxwell, slice down a Shi'ar soldier. Stand back! She then uses her spear to impale a Shi'ar soldier. Javelin then jumps in and aids Icon and Breaker in taking out the Shi'ar soldiers in their area, then he looks around. Where is ROM? As if by coincidence, ROM, voiced by Richard Epcar, flies in and takes on some Shi'ar warriors and meets up with the others. Apologies, Javelin. I had to deal with Shi'ar machinery in the area. ROM then turns around as his eyes widen in fear. Comrades, they are here. The camera then pans to ROM's perspective as we see Deathbird, played by Sonoya Mizuno, land down with Geyer, voiced by Derek Phillips, and Talon, voiced by Vic Chow, beside her as she eyes the Galadorians. Kill them, my Raptors. Comrades, fall back! The 5 Galadorians run as they head to the transportation area. Destroy them! Let none escape! Talon and Geyer then fly off to go after them. We then cut to the station where we see 5 pods, where the Galadorians get ready to leave. Galador has fallen. Get to the escape pods. Unam gets into his pod and is sent off to the stars. There are other Galadorians scattered across the galaxy. We must reach them if we hope to survive. Javelin, this is our home. We must fight for it. Javelin then looks to see that Talon and Geyer are getting closer, then turns back at ROM. We will fight on, ROM, but we must find refuge first. Go to another planet where it is safe. Go there, send your location, and we shall find you. Once we have gathered the others, we will come for you. You must protect the planet like it is your own. If the Shi'ar find it, then Galador is truly lost. Now go. I will be there. Javelin then turns to Breaker and Icon. Come, comrades. We must retreat. We can't, Javelin. This is our home. And if we have to die to protect it, so be it. Javelin then looks down, then looks back at them. Then I wish you luck, comrades. Javelin then leaves in a pod and shoots it out into space. Galadorian scum. Ready to die! We will not let you destroy our world! Breaker then charges at the Raptors and tackles them both down. Icon, no! ROM. Someone has to fight for the planet, so you, Unam, and Javelin can have hope in stopping the Shi'ar. ROM, please promise me that whatever planet you do land on, you protect it like how you would with Galador. Please, promise me this, ROM. She then puts her hand on ROM's cheek. Please, do it for me. ROM then nods as he gets in a pod and flies off. He then looks down on the destroyed buildings as he sees his friends fight. We pan down to the battle between Breaker and the Raptors as we see Breaker get out of the building. I have won. We then see that Talon impaled Breaker. Good riddance. Talon then drops Breaker. You then see ROM in the pod as he sees his dead friend. Breaker! No! He tries to get out, but the pod goes farther and farther into space. We cut back to Icon as she is face to face with Deathbird. I want you to know that you could have fled. You could have lived another day. Then see Icon and Deathbird fight with their weapons as they are toe-to-toe for a moment until Deathbird headbutts Icon, making her drop her spear. But you thought you could win against the Shi'ar Empire. Deathbird then beats on Icon until she's on the ground. As Rom sees the fight in his pod, desperately trying to get out. It then cuts back to Deathbird as she picks up Icon's spear. But deep down, you're nothing but a failed species made by the High Evolutionary. Do you believe in destiny? Yes. Deathbird then stabs Icon through the chest with her own spear as she smiles. Then come back to Rom as he witnessed the murder of Icon before he was too far from the planet. No! No! We then see the pod fly far into space as Rom cannot see Galador anymore. Icon! We then see the pod travel to the solar system as we see the pod crash into Clarton, West Virginia in the middle of the woods during Rom the Space Knight. We then see Rom wake up in present day, as it is revealed to have been a nightmare he had. He then walks out of a medium-sized shed as he walks out into the wilderness for a walk. We see him walk to a stream where he sits down as the camera cuts to Rom's perspective as it's revealed he has his own little table and chair made of stone. He then sits down as he feels the breeze. It is a beautiful day today. As Rom continues to relax, we see a small tortoise. Rom then picks it up and looks at it. Good morning, Ron Swanson. It's revealed Rom has a pet tortoise he named Ron Swanson, as he puts Ron down in his little house. Rom then looks at the stream as we zoom out as the camera pans down to Brandy Clark, played by Anna Kendrick, as we get a narration from her as she writes in a diary. Dear Diary, it's been a few years since me and Sandy have met Rom. We've been through a lot together. We stopped the Dire Wraith invasion. We avoided getting captured by the CIA. Rom fought a group of people called the Raptors in Detroit. And now, Rom's the hero of Clarton. To be honest, Rom's probably the best thing to happen in my life. He made life here in Clarton much more lively, you know? Though, Rom still has a lot to learn about Earth. From how a tablet works to showing him that the Teletubbies are real. But all in all, I'm glad Rom is here with us. We then see Cindy Adams, played by Selena Gomez, taking some tacos as Brandy closes her diary, grabs a taco, then eats it. Surprised that Rom hasn't done anything stupid yet. Well, he's kind of in a nature phase right now. Thank God. Remember that time when Rom took the lettuce from the fridge to his pet tortoise? Yeah, why did he take the lettuce out and feed it to Ron again? He said that Ron told him that refrigerated lettuce is a part of capitalism? Something about the pyramid of greatness. I don't know. I regret showing him Parks and Rec. Okay. We cut back to Rom outside as he takes a stroll through the forest and looks around the trees. We then see a man recording Rom. He is hiding in the bushes as he sees Rom and is in shock. The man then looks at his phone. Guys, it's him, the Clarton robot. The man slowly walks behind Rom as he continues streaming until he accidentally steps on a branch and breaks it as Rom turns around to see the man. Oh shit! The man starts running away as Rom is confused. I mean you no harm, human. The man then stops and turns around. Oh, sorry about that. Rom then walks to the man. What is your name, human? My name is Rick Jones. This is Rick Jones, played by Jack Quaid, as he ends his stream.
What brings you here in the middle of this forest?
Well, some people don't believe you're real and just a conspiracy theory like, Super Stinger 74, but that's not relevant. What matters is, I just wanted to prove that you're real.
Why would humans believe I am not real?
Well, some people just don't listen.
I see.
Suddenly, Rom hears quick soaring as his eyes widen as his defense protocols kick in.
Get down!
Rom then pushes Rick away as Rom gets tackled by Geyer. Rom then throws Geyer into a tree as he gets up.
What brings you here, Raptor?
What else, Galadorian? The location of the Black Vortex and hunting down the rest of your kind.
The Black Vortex is a myth, Geyer. It does not exist.
Then how is it a Galadorian found its location?
Rom then pauses as he ponders.
Too bad your friend Unam had to be killed by Talon.
Rom's eyes glow red with rage as he looks at Geyer.
Unam was here, and one of your own killed him?
Yes, Galadorian, and I plan to finish you once and for all.
Rom then charges at Geyer and begins to ragdoll him until Rom throws him far into the mountains.
Be gone, Raptor!
Rom then calms down a bit as he finds Rick hiding behind a rock.
Are you alright, Rick Jones?
Yeah, who the hell was that guy?
Geyer, a member of Deathbird's fraternity of Raptors.
Bad guy?
Yes.
Holy shit.
If Geyer is here, then you are not safe. Come, I shall take you to my sanctuary.
Rom then takes Rick to Cindy's house as the camera pans to the mountains as we see a battle-damaged Geyer get up, but then he gets tasered by a government agent in the area.
Ah!
Geyer then falls unconscious as we see President Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, as she sees Geyer's body. Now, this is getting interesting. She then smiles as agents take Geyer into a van and they drive off. We cut to a government facility in West Virginia as we see Geyer rolled into a cell. He then wakes up and is confused where he is and he tries to bust out.
Let me out! Let me out!
Geyer then hears a sinister chuckle as he turns behind him to see Blackout, played by David Anders, who now has cybernetic pieces attached to his body. Welcome to the slaughterhouse, where most people like us are left to rot.
I am nothing like you, maggot.
Strong words from someone who just got here. It looked like they've been beaten down bad.
At least I still have pieces of my body intact, and don't act like I had an animal mauling me.
Blackout's eye twitches as he remembers Morbius brutally ripping him apart. Can both of you shut up? Geyer then looks to see Lodestone, played by Aya Cash, and her cellmate, Lady Bullseye, played by Kyoko Fukada, who is keeping a lookout for guards. Buffoons. We then see Francine Fry, aka Electro, played by Olivia Rodrigo, and Chimera, played by Valerie Curry, in their cell. Oh look, we have a rookie here. Hope they can survive long enough. Maybe if fish breath is nice. We then see Aaron, played by Scott Adkins, and his cellmate Tiger Shark, played by Corey Hawkins, as they sit down.
Be lucky these guards will not let me eat you.
I'm counting on it.
You damn morons got lucky. I'm stuck in here with a damn crybaby who can't get what he wants.
We then see a villain named Absorbing Man, played by Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Vincent Stegron, played by Jonathan Tucker, as Stegron tallies up how many days it has been since he was put in here. Says the one who has an inhibitor collar on.
Watch your damn mouth.
We then see Firefall, played by Aaron Paul, walk down in his new Galadorian suit and sees the inmates.
Listen, you dumb shits. The boss is coming to talk with us. so y'all better not be doing some bullshit.
Who is that?
Firefall, the second in command for Val's little team shoots building. Otherwise, why do you think we're in here now? We then see Martinique Wingard, aka Mastermind, played by Emma Watson, walk in and open the cells as a group of villains come out. Pay attention to when she speaks. She then steps aside as a garage door opens and we see the Mad Thinker, played by Costas Mandalore, working on a new awesome android. Stegron's eyes widen as Mad Thinker turns around to see Stegron. Dr. Stegron. Julius? Surprised to see you here, given the fact your opponent was a mere boy. As if dealing with a person who talks to squirrels, Ashley Crawford and a man in a cricket suit was an achievement. Grasshopper suit. Life Foundation made. Stolen. But unlike you, I am not Briggs's pet.
Say that to my face! I goddamn dare you!
Struck a nerve, did I? Good. Stegron is fuming but doesn't try to attack him. Val then enters a room and looks at the group. Well. This is quite a lovely evening today. Now, you might all be wondering, why did I bring you here? Well... Martinique turns on a projector, revealing a hologram of ROM as the villains look. The Clairton robot? His name is ROM, actually. And I've been after him for years now. The last time I almost got him, I was tricked by a shape-shifting alien and he got away. But not this time. Of all the things I've seen him do through recordings, I've noticed that he's only fought foes that were familiar to him. But he isn't from this planet, so what else to challenge him but a task force of superhuman individuals? Let me get this straight. You want us to take down some alien? Yes. And when you bring him to me, I just might let you free. That sounds good, but how much will you pay us? It better be a good pay. For once, Zarin has a point. We won't do this for free. How about I pay you all 5 million? That's a high payment. I'm in. Fine. As long as I get what I want. Val then walks to Blackout and hands him a piece of paper. Will do. Blackout looks at the paper and he smiles sinisterly. Val then walks to Stegron and whispers something in his ear, which makes Stegron angry and determined. Where do we start? That's the spirit! I knew you had it in you, Vincent. Mastermind then opens a holographic map of Clairton as his villains look at areas ROM has been to in the last few years. Now, find ROM and bring him to me. My enforcers. The enforcers leave the facility and go to Clairton as Val looks at a jeep. Martinique, go with Denker and the others. Make sure they don't betray us or screw things up. Mastermind leaves, with Awesome Android 2.0 being activated. We cut back to Cindy's house as ROM explains how he met Rick and that guy attacked him out of nowhere. Brandy and Cindy are in shock. Wait, hold up. He's back? Why would he come back after years?
That I do not know, but if he is on this planet, he is most likely doing a mission for the Shi'ar Empire.
Wait. Empire? As in a whole army?
Yes.
This is bad. He's probably gonna be nearby.
I shall go and find him. Protect Rick Jones at all cost.
ROM flies out of the house and into the woods during the day. As he sees Geyer waiting for him, he then lands down.
Have you come to be defeated again, Raptor?
No, and I am not alone.
ROM then turns around to see Electro, Absorbing Man, Awesome Android, Tiger Shark, Firefall, Stegron, Lodestone, Mastermind, and Chimera behind him.
You surround me? Have at me, fiends!
Electro and Lodestone start fighting ROM, but their attacks don't really affect him. as ROM slams their heads together, rendering them unconscious.
Who is next?
Awesome Android fights ROM, but ROM punches through the android, shutting the robot down.
Oh, shit. Not gonna lie, he's whooping us good.
Can't wait to get my hands on him. Stand aside, boys. I have this. Chimera fires ectoplasmic bursts at ROM, but he responds by throwing her far into the woods. Tiger Shark then charges at ROM and tackles him down.
Fresh meat! I am not your food, creature.
ROM throws Tiger Shark and then tosses a boulder at him, knocking him out. Absorbing Man then touches ROM, turns into metal, then punches ROM so hard it makes ROM feel it.
Ah, ain't so tough now, ain't you?
He then swings this wrecking ball at ROM, but to his surprise, ROM catches it as ROM's eyes are filled with anger.
That hurt. Ah, shit.
ROM then yanks the wrecking ball out of Absorbing Man's hands and swings it at his head, rendering Absorbing Man unconscious. Stegron then turns to his dinosaur form and lunges at ROM, engaging in an intense fight. ROM struggles as Stegron pins down ROM.
Where's Briggs? Who is this Briggs you speak of?
ROM then shoves Stegron off of him and punches Stegron square in the jaw.
Don't lie to me! She told me everything you knew about Briggs's whereabouts. I know of no such thing, Barty.
Stegron then scratches ROM, and ROM knees Stegron in the gut. ROM then grabs Stegron's tail and swings him around until he sends him flying to a large rock, knocking him out.
Good riddance, you dinosaur.
Firefall then approaches.
About time we had a goddamn rematch.
How did you get that armor? That is desecration to Galadorian heritage.
Val gave me what I needed to kill you. All she did was to kill one of you freaks. You know, this armor used to be green, but hey, I like orange much, much better.
ROM's eyes widen as he realizes who he's talking about.
She killed Javelin!
ROM then starts beating down on Firefall as Firefall punches ROM a few times. The two engage in a brutal fight, with each of them striking a heavy blow, but Firefall gets the advantage as he knocks out ROM. He then gets on comms with Val.
I got him.
Good. Meet me in the forest.
Got it.
Gyre then flies off to the house as Firefall drags ROM further into the forest. We cut back to Cindy's house as Cindy locks all the doors. Brandy and Rick keep quiet as they look around to see if Gyre is flying around. Suddenly, the power goes out as the three look around.
Gyre, if you're here, come out.
Blackout then comes out of a pitch black area of the house and chuckles. Oh, sweetheart. Your little robot friend isn't here to save you now. Brandy tries to escape but is restrained by Zarin and Lady Bullseye. Cindy tries to run but is stopped by the Mad Thinker who sprays sleeping gas on her. Mastermind then walks in and sees Rick. Sleep. As if by command, Rick goes unconscious. Let's go to the meeting area and regroup. The group then drag out Brandy, Cindy, and Rick as they go towards the forest. Gyre follows them to the forest without them noticing. We cut to a few hours later as Rom wakes up in the forest as we see Val and what is left of her group looking down on him. Hi, Rom. It's been a very, very long time.
You killed Javelin.
Rom struggles, but he's restrained by Firefall. So that was his name. Javelin.
You monster.
Val then turns around to see Rom after hearing that insult. Monster. Am I? Val then walks towards Rom. Do you know how much I had to do to get into this position? What I had to get there? I will have what I want. And what I want is your head. No. Val then turns around. Excuse me?
His head is mine.
Gyre then impales Zarin and Lady Bullseye, killing them both. Val then shoots at Gyre, but Gyre dodges her gunshots.
Wingard, get me the info I need from the robot, now!
Mastermind tries to read Rom's mind, but she sees the pain and suffering from the Galador battle. The pain is too much for her to handle as she passes out unconscious.
Blackout, deal with him!
Blackout stands near a shady spot as he looks at Gyre going nuts. No.
Excuse me? Your problem now. Besides, I already have what I want. Blackout cackles as he shows the paper Val gave him and he disappears. God damn it! Mad Thinker then starts walking away with a smirk. Tinker, get back here! Mad Thinker then turns to Val and smirks evilly. Reap what you sow, Val. He then walks off. Shit! Rom then headbutts Firefall and gets free fighting Geyer. Damn it, damn it, damn it! Val hides behind some bushes to avoid the conflict as we see a helicopter land down. We see a superhero team called the Initiative land as they see Firefall. We see Duke Notron, aka Bengal, played by Brian T., Teresa Cassidy, aka Banshee, played by Ivana Lynch, Tabitha Smith, aka Boom Boom, played by Miley Cyrus, Dennis Murphy, aka Demolition Man, played by Michael Cudlitz, and Blink, played by Jamie Chung, fight off Firefall while Rom is dealing with Geyer.
You will not win, Geyer.
Perhaps, but if I die, I do it for the Empire. Rom then punches Geyer, but wasn't at his full strength due to his fight with Firefall, which gives Geyer the advantage to pin Rom down. Now, you die! Brandy wakes up to see Geyer about to kill Rom. She then runs to him as she gets in the way of Geyer, and Geyer impales her. Rom's eyes widen as he remembers Icon being killed almost the same way. Pathetic human. Geyer drops Brandy as she falls to the ground. Rom gets up and picks her up.
Brandy?
Firefall's eyes widen as he sees what's happening.
No, I ain't doing this shit anymore.
Wait, what? Firefall flies off as Val is left alone. Damn it. Val sneakily gets into her Jeep and drives off.
Brandy, please, I cannot lose you too.
Brandy places her hand on Rom's right side of his helmet. Rom, please, promise me that you protect Cindy and Rick and everyone else on this planet. Please, Rom. Rom's lens get fuzzy, indicating it's his way of shedding tears, as Brandy gives Rom a small little kiss on his cheek. I love you, Rom. You were the best thing to ever happen in my life. Brandy then closes her eyes as she dies. Rom then feels his body shaking as he feels many emotions at once. Then he falls down to his knees in anguish.
Brandy, no. No.
We hear Rom crying as he cradles Brandy's body. Geyer then starts walking towards Rom. Pathetic. A Galadorian warrior crying for an irrelevant species. No wonder we killed the rest of your kind. Rom turns to Geyer in rage and uses both hands to grab Geyer's head.
You killed Brandy.
Rom then twists Geyer's head backwards with force as Geyer falls down to the ground dead. Cindy and Rick wake up to see the dead Brandy and Cindy starts crying. As Rom comforts her, Rick then hugs Rom. Rom picks up Brandy's body as he looks to the house.
Come. It is time to bring her home.
We cut to a week later where Rom goes outside, not in his usual mood, as he sits near his streamside area. He feeds lettuce to Ron Swanson. He then picks him up and pets him as he sits down on a large rock.
Good morning, Ron Swanson.
Rom then sets Ron Swanson down as he walks to a makeshift grave he made for Brandy. As it's revealed, he, Cindy, and Rick buried her near the house in Rom's area. He shows Ron to Brandy's grave.
Brandy was a wonderful person. The best human I have met. And now, she's gone.
Rom continues petting Ron as we see Cindy and Rick walk down to see Ron looking at Brandy's grave. Is he usually like this? No, this is different. Unlike him. They then walk up to Rom. Hey, buddy. How are you doing today?
I am doing fine.
Cindy and Rick turn to each other as they are both concerned for Rom. Then Cindy looks back at Rom. What do you want to do today, buddy? Rom is silent for a moment as he ponders. The movie ends as Rom says,
I don't know.
The first post-credit scene begins in Chandelar, as Talon is briefed about the death of Geyer, then he gets enraged.
My brother is dead? And by that Galadorian?
We then see Deathbird walk in with Shi'ar soldier Warbird, played by Melissa Barrera, as they come in to see Talon.
Mistress!
He bows down.
Report. Geyer is dead. And the location to the Black Vortex is still out in the vast universe. Go.
Take Warbird and find the Vortex once and for all.
The Galadorian still has to pay for.
Do not defy my order, Talon.
Very well.
Talon then goes into a Shi'ar ship with Warbird and they fly off into space. What will happen if we find the Vortex, Talon?
We will bring it to the Empire. And if I get the chance, I will kill Rom and make him pay for what he did to my brother.
Very well. We then see the ship fly deeper into space as the ship leaves Chandelar's system. The second post-credit scene begins in New York some time ago as we see Carlton Drake, played by Michael Imperioli, as he looks at an article regarding the awesome android incident in Detroit. And then he turns around to see the Mad Thinker. Jesus Christ! What the hell? Shh. How did you...
I'm always steps ahead of you in malice. You should know that. And I know you covered up your ties with Briggs. What do you want, Julius? I'm here to give you a little something. To open your damn eyes for once in your life.
Mad Thinker then throws a book to Carlton.
The next time we meet, I'll tear everything you built down. And you emotionally. I would say physically, but your body's already doing that.
Mad Thinker then leaves as Carlton looks at a book belonging to a conspiracy theorist from long ago. As he looks at the title of the book, it says, The Wonders of Antarctica. You've gotta be kidding me. He then goes through, but most of the pages are scribbled except for one. What the hell? He then looks at a page that tells a place of myth called the Savage Land. The hell is this? Then it cuts to black. The final post-credit scene begins at a distant planet called Dadingra, as you see cosmic priests walking around the planet as they chant something in an alien language. We then see a girl named Yabat Amantaru, aka Black Swan, played by Daphne King, as she walks down to a stone throne vacated by someone in a hood. Mother, the key has been activated. A sacrifice was made. The beacon, it's been sent, and the key is located on Terra. The figure in the hood chuckles as she speaks. Well, are the Shi'ar looking for it still? Yes, Mother. And the location of our home was given to a Galadorian we found exploring the area. He fled to Terra before the Black Priests could stop him. So what you're trying to say is, the key is with the Terrans, along with the location to the Vortex? Yes, Mother. Let them come. The figure then stands up from her throne. When the Terrans come here to find the Vortex, the figure then turns around to reveal herself to be Mistress Death, played by Kristen Stewart, as she gives a sinister smile. They will find death. Look them in the face.
Hey everybody, it's Adrian Manray. Thank you so much for watching ROM Devastation. I've worked so hard on this project, and y'all, you're not ready for what comes next in these next few projects. So with that out of the way, this is Adrian Manray, and I'll see you guys next time.
We cut inside the laboratory of Hank McCoy within the X-Mansion. Inside, we see Hank McCoy, aka Beast, played by John Boyega, studying what appears to be a giant tooth. As he studies, the quiet laboratory is soon filled with the sound of Anna Marie, aka Rogue, played by Elizabeth Gillies, as she enters the lab. Hank, you gotta get out here. You must be tired of being cooped up like a chicken in your lab all day. Quite the contrary, my dear Rogue. This is what I call a great afternoon. You are such a dork. But that's why I like you. What is this thing exactly? It's supposedly a tooth of a saber-toothed tiger. Valerie at the New York Public Library hooked me up with it. Apparently, someone found this thing fairly recently. Recently? Weren't those big old cats wiped out hundreds of years ago? That is the thing. Based on all the tests I've ran on this artifact does not appear to be more than about 50 to 60 years old at max. How can that even be possible? Well, there was a book I read once. It recalled a place filled with ancient animals and ancient people, located in a remote part of the world. A place called the Savage Land. Ha! Okay, Beastie. You need some fresh air. You're starting to sound crazy. You know, you might be right this time. I am starting to feel a bit crazy. I almost talked myself into thinking a place like that actually existed.